Hey, beautiful people. Wait, it is your girl, makeup artist DeShawn Hatcher, all the way from New York. Can't say New York City anymore, but New York. And as I always say, I'm here to help you with your amazing makeup artist career. And if you have any questions, that is what Sunday is all about, getting your questions answered. I have a feeling my camera's sliding. Oh, the joys of live. What can we do when things are live? Huh? Rashid, Mr. Terry's up in the house. Rashid, Terry, Global Beauty. Hi, honey. Hey, Maria Jones. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, Daisy. How you doing? Are you faster? Hey, beautiful people. Yo, listen. It is that kind of day, people. It's that kind of day. She's trying to relax. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm old, right? I am. I know. I am. And I took my old ass bike riding yesterday and we rode, I think we did 18 miles. My ass is killing me. So if you see me, if you see me squirming like this, my behind is killing me. There you go. I'm doing great. Thanks to you. Woo-hoo! No, thanks to you because you took the class and that's why you are speedy. That's what I was saying. So hello, beautiful people. It is Sunday. Sunday. And like I said, if I squirm a little bit, it's because I got to move my rumpus around. And then listen, I'm giving you all confession today. It's all confession. And then my hair got all jacked up because these helmets are not made for afros. So I'm squishing my hair down into this thing. And it was cute. It was lovely. But yeah, my ass is killing me. So hello, beautiful people. It is Sunday. Sunday. Child. Who in the world told some old ass to start riding bikes at this age? Jennifer Mitchell, happy Sunday to you too, my darling. Hey, Camille, let me see. You, for some reason, I don't know why it won't show, but I'm going to show what you said. Hello, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe. Camille said like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Camille, because you know I'm going to forget to say that, right? You know that, right? I forget all the time. Thank you for saying that, my darling. Hey, Evie, thank you for the gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you in the red lipstick with the magic glasses. I tried to match for you, people. Thank you. People joke, like the people who live around here where I am, they're like, how many pair of glasses do you own? Several. I own quite a bit. I went buck wild crazy eyeglass shopping. So I've been like, I got like, I don't know, 15 pair, and I'm still ordering more. So it tells you the crack that is up in my brain. Okay. So thank you, my darling. So listen, peeps, remember every weekend I say, here's another pair of glasses. Every weekend I say, have your questions ready. Oh, but you guys can hear me, right? As long as you can hear me without the zzz coming after my voice, correct? You can let me know that there's no more zzz. Just let me know that. Thank you, Camille. Yes, I do. Literally. Yes, I do. Every Sunday. So yeah, man. Listen, look. What is it? Look how big this is. I couldn't pull my ass off the sofa. And guess what? Guess what? I had the audacity to be complaining, right? But I have one of those e-bikes, right? Those e-bikes and, pedal assist bikes. I have one of those because I'm geriatric, okay? So my ass is geriatric and I'm pedaling. But you still have to pedal. No, that's not true. I'm lying. You don't always have to pedal. There was a stretch. We went to I forgot, a bike trail. And there was a part like, okay, I'm waiting for y'all to ask me a question. When you ask me a question, I'll start talking about yesterday. Because She's so stupid. So there's a bike trail up here in Hopewell Junction. We went to Hopewell Junction. I don't live in Hopewell Junction, but we went to Hopewell Junction to this beautiful bike trail, right? So the boyfriend, he's like a real cyclist. Like he'll go on like 100-mile things, right? Like he's like that kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that kind of do that. I don't do that, right? Even though I was a pretty good bike rider back in the day. Back in my day, I was a pretty good bike rider. But the knees have given out. Clearly my ass is giving out. And so anyway, I got one of those e-bikes that's 20 miles an hour. So I forgot all about him, right? Literally, he said, "Come on, let's ride." And he's doing it at his pace, right? Because he's not trying to outrun anybody. He's just doing it at a nice pace. And I'm like, this is too slow for me. I'm like, so I pedaled far away from him to the point where I was like 15 minutes ahead of him, right? And child, that e-bike is a dream. But there's a part in that trail. See, remember, I'm not used to the country. I'm a New Yorker. I'm from Brooklyn and even from Queens, but we don't have vegetation like this. So I'm riding through this trail. It's beautiful, but it's like completely covered. And I'm riding and I'm by myself and there's nobody for a while. And I'm riding and all of a sudden I hear, as I'm riding along, I hear it. So it's trying to keep up with me. I hightailed my ass out of there so mother effing fast. I was like, I call that section Jurassic Park. I was like, what is that? I was terrified. I rode so fast away from whatever the hell that was. I don't think it was expecting me to go that fast. I was like, I'm out. Tommy, the boyfriend's like, it's not going to bother you. And I was like, I don't care. I'm the F out of here. I was not playing. She wasn't playing. My bike can go up to 28 miles an hour, but I don't. I won't go that fast right now. I'm not used to it. But let me tell you something. If I could have made it go 28 miles an hour on that stretch, listen, there was something in the bushes. I'm telling you, it was tracking me because I was going slow. It was tracking me. And I was like, nah, I ain't playing with you, son. I'm from Brooklyn. We don't play that. And I just took off. Oh, she's stupid. Okay. That is me. Camille's like, what are you talking about? I just got myself it's called, the brand that I have is Electric, L-E-C-T. Oh, you know how to spell electric. Well, it's L with an L in front of it. And yeah, I got one of those zoom zoom. So yeah, I took it on a bike trail yesterday. So like I said at the top of the show, if you see me go like this, oh, that's because my ass is killing me. Oh, that's everywhere in Georgia. Then it would be Jurassic Park for me, Rashid, everywhere. And then the boyfriend was like, yo, a turkey popped out. Like, you have the stuff on the side. He was like, a big turkey popped out on the trail. I would have been like, yo, I would have ran that biatch over. Okay. Like, I ain't one for stopping for wildlife. I'm like, don't come at me. I will try to run you down. Don't do it. Something ran across me. Like, the boyfriend told me it was a chipmunk. And I was like, it's going to be a dead chipmunk because I'm not stopping. I'm not swerving. I'm not good at the swerve yet. So I was like, it's just going to have to be a dead chipmunk. I'm sorry, nature. I mean, no ill will, no offense to you, nature. But you can't be running in my direction because either I'm going to crash or I'm going to have to roll over you. That's the option. Electric, that's going to be good. It's electric. I don't have it. Here, let me spell it. Lectric. Electric. That's what it is. And it's fun. And now I want the boyfriend to get one so he can keep up with me. I was 15 minutes ahead. 15. I took off like a crazy person. And then I have like side things, like side mirrors. Oh, you think I'm cute. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. It has been a long time. But I tell you that because I'm waiting for you to come up with your questions. I'm waiting for you to inform me of your day, of your amazing days. I am waiting for you to either share amazing news so we can share it with the world, or you have a question for me, because that's what this is about. I only tell you about my days sometimes because they're so like stupid. They are so stupid. Daisy! Daisy, thank you for the question, Daisy. Daisy asks, is there a dollar number you would suggest someone has saved in an emergency fund before going full-time? Yes, in the makeup industry full-time. Please share your thoughts on this, Miss Daisy. I will. Yeah, like no joke. I'm going to get old school. What's her name? Susie Orman on you. The woman who refuses to buy new clothes. I said that. But she says that too. That's why I joke. I joke about when she says, I've been wearing this jacket since 1980. Can you tell? Yes, Susie, I can. Go get some new clothes. But anyway, that's another story. I digress. Okay. Yes, Daisy, I would honestly say 6 months worth of salary. And I know people want to clutch their pearls when I say that, but I do say 6 months of salary. So whatever your salary may be, or basically 6 months of your bills. Maybe not salary, but 6 months of your bills. So add up how much you can normally spend, throughout your 6 months, and then save that money, put it aside. That's emergency. That is not savings. That is on top of whatever savings you have. So I want to make that clear. That's not to be touched until you really need it, a la a pandemic where we weren't working. I saved my money, and then I had an emergency fund where I could live fine. I lived fine for a year and whatever we were because I saved my money. I didn't go out and spend it. I had a thingy. So 6 months, I would say, would give you a really good cushion. What do you think about Graftobian powders, blushes, and face powders? Think about getting their palettes. I have it on today. I always wear it. Whenever you see me sitting here, I have it on my face. I use the foundation and I use the powder foundations for me when I sit here. So I'm wearing it. I wear it all the time. I love it. I use it all the time on set. I happen to love their foundations, and I love their, well, they're both foundations, I guess, but I do love their foundation powders, as I use them as regular powders, I guess. I love them. So that's my fave. That's my favorite combination. They also have loose powders that are beautiful. I think that loose powders are very much like, oh, it's right here. Ah! I was like, what is that? The loose powders remind me, I'm not saying it's exact dupe, but they remind me of Laura Mercier's powders, that fine milled powder. That's what it reminds me of, Laura Mercier. It has that beautiful finish to them. So that's why I happen to like the loose powder, except this is just, for me, a pain in the ass to carry. I just kind of rather carry, this is the dirty one. Yes, this is mine. This is my personal one. So this is mine. This is what I use when I'm sitting here talking to you. So I love them. They have a lot of nice colors, and they actually do last a long time too. That's the other thing I really like about them. I think because they have the other thing I like about them, by the way, is they have pigment. They actually have pigment. So let's say you go on and you make a mistake and you see on the camera, let's say if you're working in television or something, or with a monitor, and you see that you made a mistake, like, oh, she's too light, or, oh, I brightened her too much. All you have to do is go grab the color and put it on top, and it will fix your mistake quickly. So it's like little things like that that I absolutely love. So their blushes, I'm trying to love the blushes, but I'm not gonna lie, they're not my favorite. I think because they are white based. So what do I mean by that? To me, the colors have a lot of, when they mix them with white powders. And so for some people, it doesn't show up that well on them. So it's not my thing. But foundation wise, powder wise, boom, 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 bang. But I would say get two blushes, pick the color that you want, and see if you like them. Just pick two. Don't go pick the whole thing. You can buy individuals. Remember that. You can buy individuals. And then you can decide off of the individual if you like it, if you don't. Okay. Evie says, Daisy, usually 6 months worth of living expenses, but it all depends on your spending habits. But here's the deal, Evie, when you say that, yes, it all depends on your spending habits. But the question was emergency. When you are in a pandemic situation, you're in that kind of situation. Whatever you were kind of freely going cuckoo crazy on, right, spending your money, you can't do that. So that's the other thing. You can't just you have to think of emergency as an emergency. It's not emergency and then let me go buy Louboutin shoes. It's an emergency. It's why it's called emergency fund. It's an emergency. It's not for you to run around and shop like you used to shop. It's for you to cut back on certain things and things like that. So I kind of want to make that clear. I know people think, oh, well, I saved all my money, so therefore I'm just going to spend it up. No, why do that? You shouldn't use an emergency fund and try to live exactly the way you were living before, or your emergency fund is going to dissipate. I happened to be able to live almost a whole year off of my emergency fund. You understand? But I wasn't cuckoo crazy with it. So that's what I'm trying to get people to understand about emergency fund. It's not for you to just spend like you normally spend. You understand? It's for you to make sure that your livelihood is covered. But it doesn't mean go out and buy filet mignon. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that I want people to think about. What do you think about? Oh, you asked me that. Inside Out. I'm sorry, Inside Out. I didn't say your name correctly. Inside Out. Okay, so Camille says I'm waiting for mine now, but electric. We need to be saving on this famine stock, on the cleaning supplies, and finding a way to make money digitally. Yes, definitely. You need to really I think the pandemic just made me think oh, what are you gonna, spend your money on? What are you going to start spending money on, DeShawn? You can't go buck wild crazy and spend money on everything that you want. Evie said, I got to work with Susie once for an AARP. We can tell Susie. Okay, I don't know who Susie is, but it sounds like Susie's dope. So hi, Susie. I don't know who Susie is, but that's cool. Hi, Jerry Ryan. Hi, Jerry Ryan. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Arati, have you ever shaved something off of your rate at a client's request, but insisted that, since you are getting less, that they are then required to pay you same day of service? Oh, yeah. Yes. Let me say it again. Have you ever shaved something off of your rate at a client's request, but insisted that since you are getting less, that they are then required to pay you same day of service? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to do this for you. Now I want you to do this for me. Yes. Yes, I do that quite. I do that quite a bit. Listen, it could be whatever rate it is, and I'm like, can you pay me the same day? Yeah, I normally really want my money as upfront as I possibly can get it. But yes, I do that all the time. Yes, I go back. It's kind of like when a client. Sorry, I gotta adjust my ass. When a client, wants you, they know what your rate is, or they know around about what your rate is, and then they're gonna come at you like, can you come under for me? I'm like, yes, I can, but can you pay me on time? Can you pay me the day I walk into set? So that's, yes, you can definitely do that. If you watch my negotiation video, you would know that's a tactic you can use. Go watch my negotiation video because I didn't sit here and do it for nothing. So go watch that. That banana cream powder is crack. That banana cream powder, what he's talking about is the powder from Graftobian. I think he named all of the powders after food. I think he told me when he was naming the colors, he was hungry. What is this color called? Yeah, this is called coconut cream. So yes, when he was doing the naming of the colors, he was hungry. So yeah, banana cream powder is beautiful. And the reason why I kind of like the banana cream powder color a little bit more than I like the banana powder from Ben Nye that everybody went cuckoo crazy, it's a little lighter looking to me. It's not as heavy. It doesn't leave such a yellow, yellow, yellow cast on somebody's face. So I happen to like that one a lot. That's me. Inside Out. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Camera Ready Cosmetics has a lot, a huge palette and the powders and a warm and yeah, they have all of that, honey. They Inside Out. They have all of that, but I would honestly say test out the blush. The blushes are I'm still kind of like some of them I like, some of them I don't. Um, yeah, I like a universal blush and I wanted to make sure it stays true on all skin tones. And I've noticed that sometimes it turns a little on the darker skinned people. It's turning like ashy. It's not ashy. I don't know. I don't even know what color it is. It's just not the color that I'm looking for. If anything, this is what it's hot in here. I'm sweating like a pig. This is what I use on myself in here. This is the Stalazzi Barbados blush palette. And then I can't find it. The two Stalazzi palettes, Stalazzi, that I happen to like. I like these two. See the colors are saturated. See how saturated those colors are? I don't find Graftobians to be as saturated. I don't see. Oh, here it is. But they're lovely. They can be really pretty on the right person. Why do I got two of the same damn thing? Good God. Anyway, there's another one that must be out there somewhere that I use. I think that's nice too. Try, like I said, please try before you buy. Do not buy a whole blush palette and go, oh, whatever. Including don't buy a whole, I love these. Me personally, I would buy it. But I'm just saying that I would try one or two of the shades to get acclimated to the line. I wouldn't just run out and buy everything. But I happen to clearly love these. So that's just my thing. I do love the foundation powders. It seems like mature, Jerry Ryan says, it seems like mature women really love the new powder foundations that are out now. Have you worked with any of them? It seems like they're easily adjustable in terms of coverage. I only worked with this, honestly, and I'm holding this up, Graftobian, and I worked with Max Studio Fix. I always blank out with that. I always want to call it something else. I've worked with Max Studio Fix's powders as well that I use for television. And that's thick as stuff. I want to say something, but it's thick as stuff. These are a lighter, these are super, to me, these are like when I use Studio Fix on somebody, it's heavy. It's like, ooh. And then when I use this, it's lighter. I can use it with a softer brush and really like put it on softly, that kind of thing. But that Studio Fix is just, I don't, oh no, I have a Chanel powder in my bag. I did want to try the Dior powders. I think it depends on a person's skin, honestly. If you have decent skin, then you can really use a foundation powder. I think they're perfect for people who have really good skin or lack of discoloration or hyperpigmentation. Then they're really good. But for people of color, I find that you have to find two or three of those powder foundation colors so you can get the overall natural look that you're looking for, because you can't just powder. You couldn't come in here and powder me one color. Like I just take a powder. I have to do light in here and I have to do something warm around the perimeter of my face. So yeah, I like powder foundations, but I stick to what I know. So I stick to Graftobian 99% of the time now I'm working. And if I'm doing TV, Studio Fix for Mac. Oh, I didn't see that. Miss 12 Deadly Sins. Great name. Healthy boundaries as a makeup artist or a woman wanting to wear makeup, your thoughts. When you say healthy boundaries as a makeup artist or as a woman wanting to wear makeup, what does that mean? I'm trying to understand my thoughts on a healthy boundary. I don't know. What is healthy in terms of cleaning your kit? Healthy in terms of like how much stuff we put all over our faces? I'm not a fan of Insta makeup, and I'm not a fan of most of this YouTube stuff. But if that's your crack, then smoke your crack. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not my cup of tea. But you used the word healthy, so I'm just trying to understand where kind of like where it's coming from, like what healthy are we thinking? And then I will be happy to answer you back. Yes, I'll be happy to answer you back. Miss 12 Deadly Sins. Great name. Moet Cristal. Oh, studios. Hello, hello. How are you, darling? Evie, Susie Orman, you were talking about her earlier. Yes, I was dissing her. I was dissing her 1980s jacket. Listen, she went on Oprah. I think it was Oprah one day. We became mortal enemies. Okay. Okay, Evie, me and Susie Orman. And I will tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because as much as I do like her advice, I think she has great financial advice. But she went on Oprah, I believe. I believe it was Oprah. It could have been another show, but I believe it was Oprah. She went on Oprah and she said, oh, my girlfriend does my makeup. You ladies, so she talked to a crowd of people. You ladies don't need to hire a makeup artist. Well, I went ballistic. Who the hell she thinks she is? So we are mortal enemies right now, me and Susie Orman. She needs to take that back. That's what she needs to do. Because you do need to hire a makeup artist. Jennifer Mitchell, talking about spending on average, what do you think we should expect to be spending on restocking products and supplies per month for our kit? I noticed some months I spent a lot and some not. Yeah, I mean, it depends on, because you're fluctuating. Like there will be some months that I work more on white people. So that means that the colors that I need for them have been depleted. And so I have to go and restock those colors. And when I say, foundation colors, and then like when I was doing fashion, depending on the trend of the moment, depending on, like that heroin addict look that was out in the mid 2000s, right? Where for some reason, looking like a heroin model cracked out of your mind was really good for fashion. But people kept asking me to do that over and over and over and over again. So I was running out of my white coloring. I used Face Atelier's 0 minus, I believe that is. So I was using that. So I was running out of that like crazy. So it just depends. And so it's hard for me to give you a number because it depends on how much money did you spend on your kit. I can give you a number. You go, oh, yeah. So it depends on how much money you spent in your kit. You just have to pay attention to your kit. I do this thing where I used to do, yeah, whatever. I do this thing where I will, oh, wait, I'll show you. I will buy a big, sometimes certain companies have foundations, right? That are like in these big things that look like that big, right? So what I would do is I would cut it in half and only scoop out half, put that inside my kit and put the other away. Right? Airtight away. And then when I saw me going down and I knew that I was going into that closet to get to retrieve the additional half, then it's time for me to order. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of kept track of everything, because you can't, it's too piddly. It's too many little stupid things we have to deal with that to tell you, it's up to what you do. So that's how I would normally stock my kit. I would have a half a stock in there already. So I was never out. So I knew as soon as I went into the closet or went into whatever that, oh, damn, now I'm going into my second half. Now it's time for me to reorder. You understand? So that's how I would do it. Mr. Rashad Terry, Global Beauty. He says, it's very rare these companies get the consistency of undertones right in translucent powders. 2,000,000% agree. That's why it's harder for a Black person to get these powders, because the undertone is whacked. The undertone, like for a lot of people, is too orange or it's too red, especially when you start getting. I got real dark this summer. I know I'm not dark, but I got real dark for me this summer, and I noticed just in this look, it's not even that dark compared to like my darker sisters. Like this is nothing. And I noticed that switching up my makeup here, if using somebody else's line, how kind of oddly red the makeup starts to turn. And so it's very hard for, I'm going to say for a Black person, or person of color, excuse me, I'm not just trying to single out Black people, but it's very hard for people of color to find these types of undertones. I do have a thing for Dior, and I see that Dior has a ton of colors, and I would like to see them up close, which means I have to go to the store. So I'm going to go to the department store and check them out when I get a chance. I really want to see them up close. But yeah, the undertones, not really good for Black people. Maria Jones asked me, DeShawn, have you tried La Femme blushes? Yes, I have. That's what's in my kit. If you go to my old kit video, La Femme, you will see me open up a palette. That's La Femme. And I believe in a video that I was talking about kits, like talking about how to set up a kit on the cheap. I talk about La Femme blushes because those are at the time, they were $3.50 a piece, though I got mine for $2.10. So I caught a sale, baby. So yeah. So La Femme is all up in my Shiite, all up. I love me some La Femme. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, Rashad, the Urban Decay powders. If I had like rest in peace music or something, I would be, they were lovely. I still have them, by the way. I refuse, like, what an idiot. Like I'm holding them hostage, archival hostage. Like they're in my closet and I just refuse to touch them. But I need them. I need to use them. But they were perfection. They were beautiful powders. But they were foundation powders, the ones that I like so much. They were foundation powders, and I had the whole row of them. And oh my God, they were gorgeous. So the Urban Decay powders, I still think are probably really nice. I just so I was obsessed with those powders. Obsessed. They like fit me. Me personally, it's very hard for me to find colors that work because I'm olive. I'm olive toned. I look yellow, but I'm olive. And so to find the colors that fit on me and they fit so well, they kind of played along, even though it was kind of yellow, it played along with my undertones, and it just worked for me. And then it took it over. Oh, damn it, people, you hurt my feelings. Okay, so Jerry Ryan is telling me, I swear it really is about sticking with what you know. I feel like I can make my Eve Pearl foundation palette work on everyone. Then, honey, if you can do that, then use it until you can't. That's how I say it. That's why I always say, if it's not broken for you, if it's working for you, just because I haven't liked something doesn't mean it's right for you. And that's why I like, a lot of people to try something before they literally go in ham and spend $100. You might not like it, And over the years, I've had so many people suggest so many things to me, and I was like, yeah, that was ass. Okay, I'm not feeling that. Okay, so that's why I'm big into try. But it's basically how I was introduced to Graftobian. Mary Erickson, from Camera Ready Cosmetics, now retired and living her life. She introduced me. She sent me a tiny little cream foundation, and I had it in there for years. Honestly, I had it forever. And then I was going through my closet and I said, what is this? And I said, oh, yeah. And then I took it out and did this. I was like, oh, that's nice. ooh. And then it happened to be around my color, and I started putting on, ooh, that's nice. And then I started to physically buy it myself. I bought it. I paid money for it myself for decades, for well over a decade. I was buying it myself because I was like, oh, the finish is really pretty. And then I decided to take a chance and buy one palette, the warm palette at the time. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I just became a fan. But it took one little sample and I was hooked. Okay, hooked. Okay, that's what happened to me. She says, so Susie did have a scandal. Am I right? I think she got caught in something years ago. I think so too. But when she got caught with me was when she told people not to hire makeup artists. And I was just like, Susie Orman, your financial information is on point. But biatch, you have just crossed the line with me. I don't want to ever hear somebody say you don't need to hire a makeup artist. That's such BS because notice they never say you don't need to go to the hairstylist. You know, oh, hairstylists is so premium, but we aren't. That's BS. Because if your face is busted, your hair doesn't matter. Ha! I said it. What do you like? The Mac Studio Fixer. I'll say, so why do you like the Mac Studio Fixer TV? Just wondering because, like you said, it's so heavy. Okay, only for real television. Like I'm prefacing real television. So television news, anything that is high powered, high key lights, high key, like light, because it goes on extremely well, especially if you're like doing male grooming. It goes on so fast and it covers everything. So if a guy is like really red in the face or something like that, baby, that thing, whatever redness it was, whoop, it goes away. It just is heavy. It's just not my kind of like, it's not my kind of powder, but it does work. I used Graftobian on set one day, and though it worked, because of the high key lights, I had to keep going back and repowdering. Whereas with Mac Studio Fix, they could do a whole segment, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. It's just very, very heavy. It's very heavy. And it does its job. But I wouldn't want to, let's say, I didn't make up women with the Studio Fix. I made up men with the Studio Fix. Like, so I made up men. I don't think I put Studio Fix on a woman, to be honest. I think it was all men I used that on. And I thought it did a good job. It made me go, it made me think. It made me think, oh, it's not bad. But it's very heavy. And again, only for high key situations, highlights where it's just lit all the time, and studio, not for like outside, not for if you're looking for something natural. It's not going to come across natural if you use it outside, or it's not going to look right. To me, it only looked right when I was doing the television show. To me, Daisy. Oh God. Cool, Jennifer Mitchell. I'm glad I was super helpful. Rashad, you used all your Urban Decay powders up, huh? I'm holding on to it as if my life was going to end when I. She's stupid. Maria Jones, I have yet to try Janessa Myrex's powders. Is it the only thing I have? The only thing I have with Janessa right now, I don't have it here, it's in my kit, is her blushes, the cream blushes. I love them. I love them. I love them. I really do. I really, really love the cream powders. I just think they're gorgeous. I'm not a cream powder person. I mean, cream blush person. It's just not my thing, but it's my thing now. I whip that thing out. I whip it out a lot. Ever since I started using it, I whip it out a lot. I really love that thing. Jerry Ryan says, I have some La Femme and love them. Me too, Jerry Ryan. I also love Scott Barnes's blush palette. Very good. Get it on sale. They have a beautiful slight sheen. I'm sure because everything he does is, pow. So I'm pretty sure it has a sheen to it. I received, I'm not going to say, I know how to say your name. I'm not going to say it right. I cannot believe this. Hello, everyone. I received my Assisting Rules book. It's really good. Yay! Yay! Welcome to the ARS family. Welcome. Read it, read it, read it, read it. Because people always like a thing about assisting rules is like I'm always like people will come back to me and ask me a question, and I'm like, but it's in the book. Did you read the book? And I'm like, my answer is in the book. So read the book and you'll see, and then read it again, and then any questions that you see. This is why this Sunday is perfect, because if you have read the book and then you go, I don't understand something, or this is the time to ask the author. She's sitting, her ass is sitting right there. So you can always ask me a question like, DeShawn, on page 216, you said, and then I'm like, did I say that? But then I will have an answer for you. So welcome, my darling. Enjoy the book, and I want you to write in it and all of that. Just devour that book, because it has helped people get jobs. I'm just saying. Is it Digman? Is it Digman? Dijmo? Dig. I want to say Digman, but I don't think I'm pronouncing the J right, because I hate messing up people's names. Jennifer Mitchell. Oh wait, I'm jumping. Jerry Ryan. What do you think about the anti-sweat primers? Any good? Sucks. No, they're not good. No, they're not good. No, I said it. Okay, I said it. If you have a person who sweats a lot, like people, what I find in people is that they over-exaggerate what is happening to them. Like a woman will come into you. Come on, we're all makeup artists, so we sat through this. A woman will come in with one pimple, maybe here, and she'll go, "Oh, my skin is so bad, it's so bad," and then she'll have one tiny pimple. Okay, so people over-exaggerate. I sweat a lot. Oh, DeShawn, I sweat a lot, and I'm like, okay, you do really? And then you see them sweating. It's like a glistening. It's like a glow. I'm like, biatch, you don't sweat. That's a glisten. Okay, you want to see a bitch sweat? Look at me. And I'm like rolling, like sweat is rolling off my face. I'm a sweat tour. So I know sweat when I see it. And so if you sweat like I do, it don't work. And that's the problem with those products. They don't work. They're not universal. They say sweat stop. They say all these sweat. Oh, it'll stop the sweat. Blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't. It doesn't stop the sweat. It may help me for under certain conditions. If I am cool, if I'm in a cool room and I'm not nervous, it will stop the sweat for maybe an hour, but that's because I'm not trying. I'm trying to sit still and I am not sweating. Baby, if you want, if you think that's gonna work through my sweat, it's just not. It just doesn't work. And if it doesn't work on me, then I know it's not gonna work. It has to. Everything has been approved by DeShawn Hatcher. Everything that's in my kit, I put on my face. Everything. I'm excessively oily and I sweat. Ask Rashad. Ask Rashad as Rashad and I walked 5 miles, and I have it documented on my phone. We walked 5 miles one day in Atlanta together, and he was carrying my bags, and I was still sweating and cursing. I am a sweator. Okay, no, they don't work unless the girl or guy barely sweats, and it's just a small like glimmer. Like oh, I got the vapors, like, real soft sweat. That is the kind of person that they are looking to, where the product goes. Doesn't go for somebody like me. It doesn't stop my sweat. In order for it to stop my sweat, it would have to clog my pores. And I don't, first of all, I don't want anything clogging my pores, but you understand what I'm saying? That's why these, things don't work. It's also in terms of, where is the person going? What is the person doing? Is it a humid day? Is it a dry day? All of those things go into that one product. That's the problem. That's why they don't work. They don't work. Jerry Ryan, that's just my own. But again, if a person has a light, like the boyfriend, he doesn't sweat in his face. It's so effing annoying. It annoys me. He doesn't sweat. It's annoying to me. Okay, I said it. And he's just a glistening. He just glistens. It's annoying. If I put that on him, probably the glistening will go away. You see what I'm saying? But on me, no. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's gonna work for 5 minutes, and then the shower begins. Jennifer Mitchell, thoughts on whether to use a light dusting of powder and or concealer when working on kids. Work with some artists that use nothing, and I think sometimes they need help with redness in the face. So Jennifer Mitchell, yes, if there's any type of correction that needs to be done, then I will color correct and then probably go over it with Jovian powder. So that's what I would do to a kid. I would correct whatever redness I see or blue marks, brown marks, and then I would just go over it lightly and gently with powder. But it depends on how red they are. You know, sometimes you'll have kids, you know, sit there in rough house and then have a red spot, you know. But it depends. But if it, I do believe it should cover with, like, you color correct and you put this on top, it should just be fine. That's what you can do. Okay, Evie's asking, can anyone recommend a dupe for Mac Studio Fix that is cruelty free? I am very ignorant when it comes to the cruelty world. I'm gonna have to start paying attention to that, Evie. I have not, to be honest. I just see something, I go, oh, what is that? And I get like this. You know how they say, what was that movie with the dog? Squirrel. That's why I get like squirrel. Like, oh, squirrel. Like I see something, but I don't do my research a little bit. I have to be a little bit more cognizant of the cruelty free. I was extremely naive. I did not understand what it meant to test on animals. I don't know what I was thinking, but after I had seen the photos and video, I was mortified. I had no idea. So yes, I have to do better myself at looking up companies to see who's cruelty free, because I'm shocked at what happens to them. I'm shocked. So yeah, I'm not into to harming animals to give me a mascara. I think that's ridiculous. So can somebody give her and me can somebody give her and me a dupe for Mac Studio Fix that is cruelty free? Evie and I would appreciate that tremendously. Inside Out said, I drove out to Sephora because Janessa recently launched, expecting to see the line, but they only had 5 color fixes. Well, that's kind of Shiite, as if you ask me. I think it's BS. Inside Out, I am the kind of wackadoo person that would write to, I know Janessa, but I would write to Janessa and say, just to give you a heads up, I went to this Sephora on this day, and they only have 5 of your colors. You could let her know that. You can DM her that. She may not write you back, and it's not, I'm sorry, you know, she's old and her ass is killing me. You have to just alert her to the fact that, you know, you're not looking for a new, you know, you're not looking for makeup from her or anything, but it's nice when you tell her that, because she still is a small business, you know, she's getting bigger every day, but she's still kind of like a small business. And so it's very important for small businesses to know what's on their shelf, how to, you know, what's stocked and all that stuff, because she needs to know that. I do that from time to time. There was a hairline I was using for a while when my hair started to do this and I didn't know what it was. See, look, she's sweating already, and it's no fan in here. Look, she's already starting to sweat. See that? See that? See that? See that? She's already starting to sweat, because sweat stops don't work. It doesn't work. Let me see if I have tissue. I don't have any tissue. So anyway, I was using this hairline for a while, and I would have to go to like 8 Rickies in New York at the time. And I was like, I wrote to her and I was like, listen, woman, I'm trying to buy your product. I've gone to this Ricky's, this Ricky's, this Ricky's, this Ricky's. I can't get it. And so she wrote me back. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much for letting me know. And she had a real line. It was a real line. But again, stores do weird things with people's stuff. And so you have to be, you know, just let her know. Basically, just let her know. That's all. And I'm trying to find something to wipe my face with. I forgot to turn the fan on. Wait. Jaimin, right? Jaimin. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I kept saying I know that name. Jaimin. Hi, Jaimin. Yes, definitely. I have my highlighter handy. Thank you, Jaimin. Thank you. I'm a huge sweater too. I asking for myself. Yeah. See, like, yeah, she's done. I'm telling you, I have this picture of me sweating backstage. It was like sweat and oil mixed together. I don't know where I was at the time. And no, I mean, you can try it, darling. If you sweat like I do, then I'm just gonna be straight up. There's nothing for you. There's nothing for you but like tissue and staying warm. Look, see, like I do this a lot. Like if I'm out, you'll see like DeShawn, like you're about to go on, DeShawn. You're about to go on. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. Like, and I just do this a lot there, and I do that a lot. You go out, or I might powder myself again. But yeah, I'm sweating. I'm just a sweater. I'm sorry, sweetie. I know the affliction well. Okay. Hey, Shanice. Hi, honey. Hey, love. How are you? Just joining in. Shanice is an amazing makeup artist herself. Well, you all are actually, but Shanice is dope. Hi, Shanice. Okay, so I'm not the only person who gets annoyed at those who don't sweat. Ha, no. I get very annoyed at the boyfriend because he doesn't sweat. It doesn't show on his face. It could be 150 degrees outside and you won't see one iota of sweating. It's very annoying to me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Sweat, goddammit. I don't like it. Yes, it's annoying. It's annoying for all those beautiful people who just like glisten. I'm annoyed by you, okay? I said it. There. Thoughts on two makeup artists being at a wedding. My sister wants me to do her makeup for a wedding. We are both black. The artist that is supposed to be there is white and she's nervous. Well, didn't she hire her? Like, where's this white person coming from? Did she hire her, Dominique? I'm confused by the question. Who hired her? That's my question. My question is who hired her? Why is she nervous that the girl's there? I mean, can I listen? Okay, let me be honest and straightforward because y'all know I'm honest and straightforward. Back in the day, if I sat down with a white person, right, I would come out looking jacked the F up. Okay. And it's just the truth. Back in the day, so in my 20s, we're talking a long time ago. Back in the day, I have to admit, I would sit in a chair and they would stay the terminology they would always say with me is, you are black, you can wear color. And then they would put every color, purple, red mouth, pink cheeks. I would look crazy when I came from a session with them or went to a counter with them. But can I just be straight? Can I be straight? Black people be jacking people up too. YouTube is full of bad makeup by black people. I'm sorry. I don't want to throw us under the bus, but it's the truth. And so I would say before we pigeonhole white people, before we pigeonhole them all into being the worst makeup artist for black people, I would look at her work before I would make a passive judgment just because she's white. Issa Rae's makeup artist is a white person, and she does an amazing job. So I stopped. I mean, I know I understand what you're saying. Believe me, I get it. I get the fear. I get it. But I think there's so much bad makeup out there. It is not. It is. It's not just white people messing up black people. It's black people messing up black people too. So I would be concerned of any person who would want to touch me now. I wouldn't care what they were. I would need to look at their work. So the most thing that I could say, honey, is look at her work. Now, if she has nothing to show you, that would make me nervous completely. I mean, if you don't have a website, you don't have anything for me to see, but yet you want to come in and do a wedding, then I have an issue. You can't touch anybody in my wedding party if I don't see what you do. You know what I mean? But I know, I understand. Believe you me, Dominique, I totally understand. But here lately, I've seen such beautiful work from white girls, on black women, and it's so stunning. And I've also seen vice versa with black makeup artists who can tear us up, right? So But I understand. I do. I understand. I understand the anxiety. Oh, there you go. On her website, there is people of color, Black women on her page, which are you saying there are no? I think you're trying to tell me there are no people of color. I just don't want to step on anyone's toes. Um, it is your sister's wedding, correct? Oh, this is a hard one. I try to be as respectful towards fellow artists as I can because I think everybody has their thing. You know what I mean? Um, but it's my sister's wedding. So I wouldn't say, excuse me, I'm DeShawn Hatcher, get out of my way. But I would say, let me help you. Let me help you with that. Let me help you with this. I would probably go over to help. Now, she said, I don't need your help. Then I would, it's my sister's wedding. I would feel the need to fix it. If it's broken, then I would feel the need to fix it. The person could be mad at me. That's fine. But I would not allow my sister to have bad photos. Just personally, that would be me. Um, you know what I mean? Like that would be me. But as respectful as you can. I mean, if you have no Black people on your site, that's kind of telling me something, right? When isn't that telling you something? It's telling me something. Not unless you can say to her, can you send us some Black, can I see women of color photos that you have? And if she says, oh, I don't have any, then I don't know why. Why is she there? That's what I'm asking. Why is she there? You should hire somebody who's universal. You see what I'm saying? Like, can you tell me why she's there? Like, clearly you hire her. So like, why is she there? I would like to know. This is what I keep saying about being universal, being an artist that does everybody. You shouldn't just be working on white people, and you shouldn't just be working on Black people. Even if I have a video on this, but even if there are, let's say, well, DeShawn, I'm in a community and there's not that many Black people. So why do I need to learn it? Because it's important for that one wedding party that's going to come in, and that bridal girl from out of town is going to come in and she's going to be Black. Bridal party person, bridesmaid or whatever, she might be Black, you know, and if you can't do it, you could literally lose the job because you can't work on the Black bridesmaid. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to be well-rounded. I don't have what do I say? I don't have that many Mongolians. I don't know why I pick on the Mongolians so much, but I just love saying Mongolians. But I don't have Mongolians walking around here either. But I know how to work on a Mongolian. I know how to work on an Asian. I know how to work on a white person. I know how to work on Hispanic people. I know how to work on 99% of everybody, except one person might walk and I go, hmm? But you know what I mean? I know I train myself so hard to work on these people, and so should you all. It should be something you can all do. That way you don't have to have that fear. You can say, yes, I can work on everybody freely. That sucks that she doesn't have Black people on her site. That's problematic. So Jennifer Mitchell has a suggestion. She says, not sure it's a 100% dupe, but I do really like Kosas Cloud powders. Have been wanting to add these to my kit for a while. Okay, Evie, you and I have something to look forward to. Shanice says, yep. I don't know what you're yupping to, but I'm going to yup with you, girl. Oh, Inside Out, what'd you say? I think she does, Evie. Oh, I think, yeah, Evie, I think Janessa does give a pro discount. I think you have to go to her site. Go on Janessa Myrex Beauty or Makeup or whatever it is and see if it's there. I think if you're going to do her makeup, you should ask the bride what the look is for the wedding and make sure you do that. Do you mean like do it for the bridesmaids already, or do you mean her do it for I don't know, or do for she is Dominique, you're doing your sister's makeup, correct? If you're doing your sister's makeup, then I mean, honestly, I would just look. Oh, Dominique says my sister's best friends, which is white. This is not my sister's wedding. Oh, she hired a black. Okay, wait. My sister's best friends, which are white. This is not my sister's wedding. She hired a black artist. I'm so confused, Dominique. Okay, so this is not your sister's wedding. There happens to be my sister's best. Why am I not understanding? I'm not computing. My sister's best friends are white. I got that. Your sister is black. I got that. This is not my sister's wedding. Okay, I got that on this hand. She hired a black artist. I got that. So you're saying the black artist has no black people on her site? I'm so confused. I thought we were talking about white artists. Now I'm confused. Listen, Dominique, listen, you and me, come back around. Come back around and help me because now I'm confused. You have done confused me. I have no idea. Now I'm confused. But I think in my black and white example, I gave you an answer. If she has no black people on her site, that's a red flag. That's a huge red flag. Um, it's huge. You should have a mixture of everybody. Cherry Ryan says, "Oh, isn't it sad that Ricky's is gone?" Yeah, it broke my heart. I used to have this thing where I would go to Alcone in New York City. It's on 49th Street. And just as I was kind of starting my YouTube channel, and I kept saying when the weather breaks, I'm gonna do this video, and I'm gonna call it the trifecta of beauty. And basically, what had happened was I would do all my shopping within a trifecta. So basically, Alcone is on 49th Street at the kind of like at the top of the street, right? But if you continually walk towards 10th Avenue, right to the right, just a couple of doors in, there was Ricky's. Then when you went across diagonally across the street, there was a Dwayne Reed. So it was Alcone, Ricky's, Dwayne Reed, and then walk back to the train. So I would do all my shopping like that. I would be done. And then one day, the last time I was mapping out my trifecta of beauty, I had walked over there and was just about to start, plotting the video. And then I was just like, what's up with Ricky's? Is my Ricky's gone? So I assumed that this particular Ricky's had gone out of business. I had no idea that the whole damn thing would be gone. I'm devastated, devastated. But it was going to be called the trifecta of beauty. Ah, broke my heart. Okay, so I'm beginning to understand by Arati's example is that you're doing your sister's makeup for this woman's wedding because your sister black, right? So I think that's okay. Okay, so you're doing your sister's makeup. Yeah, that's fine. I've had people do that. I've had people say, oh, in bridal parties, oh, because they cheap, so they don't want me to do it. They don't want to pay for it. They want to do their own makeup. And they'll say, no, I'll do my own makeup or I'll do this, and I don't care. And I go, okay. But then I do care because most of the time when I'm when I'm doing weddings, it's always that one lone bridesmaid, right? And then I always feel so god awful. This is me, so I don't like doing weddings. I'm a sucker. So I always feel awful, like when she does her own makeup and it's all effed up. It's just jacked up. And then I'm like, oh man, you're gonna ruin the pictures. I'm always like, God damn, she's gonna ruin the pictures. Damn it. And then I go, come here, sit down. Let me fix this. Shit is a mess. And then I fix that. It's a quickie fix, but I normally go over that particular person's makeup because I can't stand, I just can't imagine, you know, this bride looking at the pictures going, what the fuck, what happened to Susie? So I always feel bad. So I always fix them. I always do. I'm a sucker. No, I didn't get paid for it, but I can't help it. I just don't want to see jacked up pictures. So I do that. I do go in there and fix the makeup. Now I told the world that I do that. Now everybody's not. Well, listen, if everybody don't pay, then she ain't coming. So it don't really matter. Got you. Okay. So she says, my sister Heidi, black artist for her wedding years ago. Don't be sorry. I needed to drink more coffee. Dominic, I just see I didn't finish my coffee. Yeah, I need to finish. Okay, yeah. So you're doing her, if you're doing your sister's makeup, that's fine. That happens all the time. Just go forth and make her beautiful. Just ask for the colors. Like sometimes there are specific colors that the bride picked out for the wedding party, and then just find out what those colors are, and then make sure that your sister's coordinating with the rest of the people. That's all. That's all. Yeah, don't worry about that. I thought it was something else. I thought it was a black white thing. Oh my god. But yeah, like I said, black people be jacking people up too here lately. Talk about, I'm a makeup artist. See, I got a brush. It's like, no, girl, you're not a makeup artist yet. No. You're an enthusiast. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being an enthusiast. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing when we see so many people, and I'm going to use the words, wanting to be a makeup artist. They doing the YouTube videos and they do all these things. And I think it's beautiful. But what crosses for me, what makes me go, wah, is that then they claim they're a makeup artist. I'm a makeup artist, therefore, because I said I was. And now look at my videos. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, no, you are a enthusiast. You like it. You like to play. That's fine. But when you start to take titles away from other people and you putting them on yourself as if that's what you are, I'm like, nah, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. It's one thing when you keep that information like as fun and light, and this is what I do to myself. But when you now are on here pontificating, you know, how great you are, now you're giving advice to other women, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. That's when I'm like, stop giving advice to other people. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. You're going to wind up jacking up a lot of people. That's when I have an issue. Dominique, you are so welcome, my darling. Yeah, I was just like, I'm sorry. I told you. Coffee. And I rode 18 miles yesterday. 18. Do you see the crazy eyes? 18. I don't know if the light is in my eyes right now, but 18. My ass is killing me. I had to lay down on the sofa before I got here. Oh, but I'm going to do it again. I can't wait to go back out and ride. I just have to get a better seat. Any questions? We have a few more minutes left. And then I have to go make some food. So we talked about La Femme. Please go to Camera Ready Cosmetics. I think La Femme has their own site as well, but go to Camera Ready Cosmetics, right? Check out La Femme there. Also, go to Alcone. Don't forget Alcone is there. Don't forget Manhattan Warehouse Supply. I said Manhattan Warehouse Supply is another beautiful place for pros to go. It's not open to the public. You need to go check that out as well. You need to go check out Nigel's if you're on the West Coast. You need to check out, what's the other one that's Nigel's is West Coast. My brain just farted. There's a couple more. Namies? Go to Namies. Like start to stay within your pro community, you know. Even though I just told you I'm going to go look at Dior and stuff like that. But I have invested heavily in the pro community for 20 years. Okay. What makeup chair do you recommend on set? Miss Vicky Carpenter. Hello, Miss Vicky Carpenter. On set. I mean, I'm sitting in my chair. I've had this thing for 20 years. No, I really have. I had this chair for 20 years. But I bought, this is a director's chair. And I brought this for 20 years, but it's a wooden director's chair. It's heavy as a biatch. It's heavy. I kid you not, it's heavy. But the reason why I kind of like these is because they're mad sturdy and they take weight, right? Some of the newer chairs you have to check the weight capacity. All chairs come with a weight capacity. Those aluminum chairs, they may be light, but how much weight does it hold? You see, you never want to put some big ass person in your chair and then they break your chair. And it's not that, woe is me, you broke my chair. It's embarrassing for your clients if they break your chair. You see what I'm saying? So when you do look at chairs, the lighter weight ones, those aluminum ones, I keep saying I'm going to get one of those. I just have not made up my mind because they have so many tricks to them. Like some of these aluminum ones have like the arms, and the arms fold out and it's a little table. Sometimes you can have it on both sides. Sometimes have cup holders, and you know, did I see one with a leg rest? I mean, that they all do so many different things. So it depends on what it is that you're looking for you. What's the other thing that they do? They fold up easily. They're very light, but some are longer than others. It depends on your height. This chair. I'm 5'5". So this chair is a counter height. That's what it is, counter height. So you have counter height, which is the tallest. Okay, bar height, like bar height. Sorry, wait. Come back. This is a bar height chair. So it's bar height, counter height, and then like chair height. There's 3 different heights. You have to decide on what is the best height for you. Like I said, I'm 5'5". So if I have a 6-foot person sitting in the chair, they'll be a little bit taller, but my face is normally right here with them. So that's what you have to decide. If you're shorter than me, this might be too tall for you. You might want a counter height chair, right? And if you're super ass short, then you might want a chair. So it all depends. Me, this works perfectly. This height works perfectly for me. And I do tend to lug this biatch with me. But it is very heavy. And back in the day, 20 years ago, spending over $100 on a chair was crazy to me. But it has lasted the test of time. It still works. I still drag it around with me. Yeah, so I recommend that you know more about the heights, right? And the weight capacities, and then all the extra accoutrement will come its way. But you're 5, I see you said you're 5'2", so you're like my sister's height. I might dare say, I'm thinking 5'2" would be, it's only 3 inches shorter than me, but that it's actually kind of significant when you're working on people. I would dare say maybe you want to look into a counter height. When you go to like furniture stores, right? Go to a real furniture store who has director's chairs. And a lot of people do for outdoor places and stuff like that. Go look and see who has counter height chairs. Go grab, I don't know if you have a husband or a friend or a boyfriend or something that can come with you and have them sit in the chair so you can see if a counter height chair is perfect for you. I wouldn't buy a chair off the internet right now unless I knew what height I needed, because then you're just going to wind up sending the chair back. You know what I mean? You have to find the chair. It's like a home for us. So you have to find the chair that's right for you. This happens to be perfect for me. The way I stand, I'm not bending over too far to reach people. It's sturdy. See, it's still not creaking. It doesn't creak. It's just a really good, sturdy ass, comfortable chair. And so that's kind of what I suggest. Find the height first, and then you can go buck wild crazy and get aluminum and whatever else you want, but find the height. See, now Evie has a preference. She says, I love a makeup chair with 2 collapsible side trays and a net under the seat. Now, see, this is what she likes. I got it on Amazon for $150. You see, that's her preference. Do I want them to have all of that accoutrement? No, I just want them to sit still. Like in my mind, the less crap that they get to bring to me and put all in my area is better for me. That's just how I feel. Maybe because I'm just so used to this chair. But again, that's Evie's thing. She loves her chair. I happen to love this chair. I just wish it was a little lighter. But everybody has the chair of their dreams. But I just want you to really start to, before you order it off of like an Amazon or something, because it's such a pain in the ass to return. You know, when you do Amazon, it's just, especially something that bulk, that's going to come pretty big. And some of those aluminum chairs, by the way, have carrying cases. That's really cool too. But again, I want you just to know right now, I want you to know what the right height is, because then you can just get whatever chair you want. Shanice says, I still have my director's chair, but I don't use it. I stopped using it when someone with a thick bottom almost broke it, because when she sat down, she wiggled in it. She must have been a big girl. No, if I mean, she must have been big. I've had football players in these chairs. I've had I've had people of all. I mean, I've had some big people in my chair. They weren't like 400 pounders though, but I've had some big people in my chair, and it just, no crinkle, no wrinkle, no nothing. It still holds up, but I can see how it can break. I can definitely see that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's rough. Chairs are funky, but Shanice. So Shanice, what are you using today? Would be if all of you guys listen. I tell you people all the time, leave comments below. I tell you all the time, leave comments below. So we need a dupe for MAC powders. Put it below in the comment section. We need chair options. Give us the chair options down below, so we can give us blush options down below in the comment section. YouTube needs to think that we're talking to each other even after the damn thing's over. So leave it down below. Thank you, Julianne, for Friends. Yes, I forgot Friends. How can I forget Friends? Friends is amazing. That's what Stalazzi is in Friends. So yeah, man, leave those comments below and start to share that information, like your favorite chairs. And then, like I said, when Vicky knows the exact height that she needs, then she could just start looking at all your chairs and then figure out which one would be best for her. But like I said, most important thing is the height situation. You'll be like, I normally sit when I work. 98% of the time I sit now. I used to for the first 5 years of my career, or maybe a little longer. Now I think it's a little longer. For the first like maybe 10, I would drag this thing with me everywhere I went. It was ridiculous. And then something said, learn how to sit, DeShawn, sit. sit. So I taught myself to sit my ass down and sit in 2 chairs and work that way. It saved my back. It saved a lot of ailments that I see my fellow makeup artists going through, because if the chair is not high enough, then you're constantly bending. If it's too low, well, if it's too low, then you're bending and you're over and you're hunched over and you're trying. And then God forbid, if it's too, think of it this way, Miss Vicky, if the chair is too low, right? And the person's head is down like this, like they're reading. Now you've got to get, you see what I'm saying? Now you got to get under. If the chair is slightly higher than, if they put their head down, it's not as bad. So it's like all those little things. I know people think people sit up. I know people think that all our clients are supposed to do this, right? I'm here, I'm ready, but they do this a lot, especially when you work in film and television. They do this a lot. They're reading lines. They're prepping for the day. They look down a lot. And it's the most frustrating. It's the most frustrating thing you will work with, but that's what they do. So you have to work around that. And if their heads are down, it's harder for you to get all up in there. Chairs are very sacred to me. You have to have the right kind of chair. Whoa, I didn't see this. Sorry, guys. But please, 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 I beg of you, please leave those comments down below in the comment section underneath this video. Okay, so Tuscany Pro Economy Tall Heavy Duty Director's Chair, Miss Evie. Arati is 5'11", so I'm getting a table high. So I'm getting a table high enough is also important for my back. You would need a bar height. You're very tall. You need a bar height. Because if you get table, it's too low for you, I think. You need a bar. You're 5'11". You need a bar height. You need them jacked up because you're just going to, you're very tall. Yeah. So Arati, I would suggest bar height for you. Just go to a bar and have somebody sit there. You'll see how tall they will be. They'll be right. They'll probably be right in your face without you having to bend over too much. Wait a minute. Camille says Janessa Myrex has a promo code at her website. So no jacked up pictures left. Oh, don't stay humble. 18. Oh, I see what you just said. Thank you, Camille. I see. She's giving me a narrative of what we just discussed. Miss Camille, you are like the sunshine of my life. Can you just please throw that stuff down in the comment section below, and then everybody can go out and look at your amazing follow through there. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I thank you for keeping track of what comes out my goddamn mouth. Okay, thank you. Inside out. Oh, good. I've been wanting a makeup chair. Good question. Yeah, man. I am erring on the side of an aluminum chair. Either in either or situation, right? So either I invest in two regular short chairs, which I do have, but I have folding chairs. I got them from IKEA. They're wood folding chairs. I have two. They're very lighter than those two chairs are lighter than this one chair. So I have folding chairs that sometimes I will bring with me, or I will have the director's chair with me. You see what I'm saying? And then don't forget when you go to venues and stuff, especially if you guys are doing bridal and you're at a venue, they should have you should ask to see if the venue itself has a chair for you to use. Because you don't always have to lug your stuff with you. These venues are supposed to have some type of thing, chairs and stuff. You should, speak up and ask, yo, is there a chair? And by the way, that's a cost that should be passed along to your bride. I need a chair, biatch. Get me a director's chair. That's what you need to do. You don't always have to lug your stuff around. You should ask for, it should go into your contract. I need a damn director's chair. And I need it to be this height. That's stipulated in my contract. I need this chair. You don't always have to lug this stuff with you. They should be renting it for you so you can come in and sit down and do what you need to do. Just something. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Thank you, Camille, for all of the chair heights. Yes. Oh, I see. So, okay. So Evie, you're telling me the trays, you yourself are using the trays on the side. Oh, I can dig that. Okay. I hear you. Oh, okay. Miss JCM. JCM. I'm going to say it like that. Let me see. Cream blush options. No shimmer, please. We were just talking about Janessa Myrex's cream blushes. They are beautiful. I have to tell you, I've been using them now. I had them for a while, and I'm like I said, I'm not really a cream blush person. Listen, when I tell you, stunning. She has a oh god, I can't remember how many. Is it 10 colors in it? It's in my kit, or I'd show you. It's beautiful, and a little bit of that stuff goes a long way. So it's Janessa Myrex's cream blush palette. It has lots of colors. I don't know if she carries individual sizes. I don't know. I brought the palette. So if you just need a few colors, you don't want to go cuckoo crazy on it, that's one. Another one I have not tried. This is just something that I was going to try, and then I was in Sephora and I saw it. I saw Janessa's cream palette, and so I purchased it. But there's a makeup line from London called Trini. She has the same type of makeup that Janessa has, this creamy stuff. You might want to look up Trini. I believe it's Trinny, and I think it's like makeup or cream makeup or something like that. But they sell it here. It looks beautiful, but again, I didn't buy it. I bought Janessa's instead, and I'm very happy with Janessa's. Oh, thank you, Evie. So Evie's telling me, ding dong. The comment suggestions have to be added after the live chat. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. What does she really know about YouTube? She's only been doing YouTube for 4 years. Oh, she needs the coffee. How do you get the actors not to read lines while you do their lips tactfully? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, yes. Then you can just say, "Okay, I'm about to do your lips," or I need you to look up. I need you to look up now. I got to get into your eyes, or they'll comply, with that. It's just that they're preoccupied, so they get very like, they get very like that. But most of the time, you just say, I need you to look up for a minute. Let me just get here. Or most of the time, I normally like under the eyes, normally kind of like almost like the last thing I would do. Like I try to do as much as I could with them looking down as much as I could. And then I wouldn't even bother with this until like last. And then I just go buck wild crazy and get it over with. See now, you know what, already I happen to dig Eugenia, Miss Wetson. I happen to dig Miss Wetson, and she is the owner and creator of Senna Cosmetics. And you know what? I ain't got no Senna in my kit, and I feel terrible for not having any Senna. And I think I'm gonna order me some Senna. Yeah, I don't know what the holdback is with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have not tried Senna, but I know so many people who love her makeup, and she's so damn dope. Why don't I have her makeup in my kit? My bad. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to make a mental note to go check out Senna Cosmetics because she really does have really, really, really great things. By the way, she was what am I trying to say? What's that eyebrow line everybody uses and she broke out oh Jesus Christ. Oh my God. The eyebrow girl. Then she does makeup and oh my God. She's brain farting because I don't use it. I don't use Anastasia. That's what I was trying to say. She was Anastasia before there was Anastasia. She was really like the creator of all this eyebrow stuff that she did. Anastasia was, I believe, if I'm correct with the folklore of Senna of her history, is that Anastasia was his assistant, and she kind of took what she learned from her and ran with it. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you background. I said folklore, and I will say allegedly. Allegedly. It's another reason why you need to read assisting rules. Oh, thank you so much, Verona. I will try a few. I had Senna from IMAT show. I now remember reasonably priced too. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, CGM. She really reasonably. I don't know why it just doesn't register with me, but it will register with me now. And I have to pay some homage to Miss Eugenia Wetson for being such an amazing and dope. She's very cool, by the way. She's dope. But yeah, we have to. You got to support. We got to support our fellow sisterins and amazing makeup artists. Oh wow, allegedly. Remember, you have to say allegedly. Just drop a little tea. So you say, yes, I have the Sun and Cream blushes and her brow book. They are always in my kit. Already 40% pro discount. 40% pro discount for Senna? She needs to see. Evie, allegedly. Yes, we need to support. We need to support the real, true pioneers of our industry. I'm just saying. Allegedly. I don't have any tea, but I'm sipping coffee. I said it. So beautiful people, it's about that time. So once this thing, I know now y'all gonna be like, DeShawn, I'm not coming back to this damn video. I participated. I'm not coming back to this damn video. But once this video goes up live, all of your amazing suggestions would be even more amazing in the comment section below. So if you can remember to come back and put your information down below, it would be greatly appreciated to all who stop by the wonderful world of this. Oh, yes. Get your center brow book next. That's what I'm talking about. I have the ABH Dip Brow, but I use them for almost everything except brows at times. Maybe we should ask her where she got her ideas from. Just saying. Beautiful people. She's getting off this madcap, allegedly, world. I like that. So I will be back next week. Remember, make sure you have your questions ready. You never know what might fly out my mouth. But you have your questions ready. I'll be happy to answer you. Hopefully next week my ass won't be hurting, and I will get used to my bike. So anyway, beautiful people, thank you for stopping by. If you can remember, please come back and add this amazing chock full of information to the comment section. It would be lovely if you would do that for a sister and for all the sisters and brothers of the makeup world. And I will be back next week, Sunday. Have your questions ready. And now I have to finish and go make some dinner. Have a good night, beautiful people. Thank you. This was fun. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.